Next time, how about you don't go snooping into other people's business? Super Final Wars was the one who dropped the rock on top of his friends' heads. But normally when they get all up to his business, he always feels like that he had to frickin' remind them on who's boss of this island. On who's boss of, basically, them. He always feels like that he has to remind them on who's their boss. He put Ruby down gently, and I just looked at her. He was curious if she was gonna wake up, but it looked like she was still unconscious. He waited until daylight for her to wake up, but still, they got no movement, no signs, no nothing. So she was just plain dead. It's rather she was plain dead, or she just didn't want him to see that she was waking up. He had to play the waiting game. And by playing the waiting game, I mean he was basically waiting for her to wake up. He waited and waited for hours. His friends were also very concerned because he never came down from the mountain. He was so confused on what was going on. They were so confused on what was going on. Was it really taking her that long to wake up? Eventually, Super Wars got bored. Or he looked down at the on under his mountain, then shouted, "Hey, Ziltousin, fetch me a sharktopus or something, 'cause I'm hungry." "Sure thing, boss," Ziltousin said. Super Wars sat down. He turned back to his human form after being in his Mega Godzilla form for quite some time. When Ruby woke up, she saw that Super Final Wars was human. She could still tell that he was a monster who kidnapped her. She then saw a sharktopus went flying, then landed straight in front of Super Final Wars. "Thank you," Super Final Wars said. He started to begin his feast. Ruby decided to play dead while crawling away, but then she looked and saw that her weapon was laying right there. Did he seriously pick up her weapon? But why didn't she get eaten? Let alone, how is she still alive? She decided to crawl away and grab her weapon later. She wanted to get to a safe area first. She kept on flopping down on the ground when Super Wars looked at her. He got confused if it was because she was a bit further away from him than she originally was. Super Wars was still thinking on why he didn't eat her that last night. He had his opportunity to eat her last night, but then he just didn't. He just grabbed her as if he was saving her. Or then just picked a random villager to be his sacrifice for this year. Every year a sacrifice happens, and it always happens on a full moon. It happens every 1 year. Sir Final Wars was very patient on waiting for a sacrifice to happen. He waited and waited, but now this year he got a different sacrifice, and this one he decided to spare instead of eating her. And he also picked a random villager instead to be his sacrifice. As if when he first saw her, something inside of him changed him somehow. When he turned around, he saw that Ruby vanished. Ruby was crawling away very slowly when he was thinking all to himself. When she got to the other side of the mountain, Super Fire was landing right in front of her. "Whoa, whoa, whoa, where do you think you're going, lady?" She tried to went back to the way she came, but Superfinals blocked her path again. I know this mountain at the back of my hand. I've been here for 5 years. Don't tell me you're gonna try to sneak away that easily. Eventually, Ruby was at the cliff edge, but before she could fall, Superfinals caught her in his arms. The two instantly blushed at each other, but Superfinals put her down and then just backed up very, very fast. What are you? Oh, well, as you can see from my spines, from my wings, from my tail, I'm a kaiju. My name is Super Godzilla Final Wars Kruger. And you are Ruby Rose. Ruby, huh? That's funny. I had a friend once, and she was named Ruby. And said she had a different last name. I think it was Ruby... what was it? Never mind. Ruby was looking around all around her. Whoa, calm down. Here. Superfinals grabbed a giant rock that's like 3 times his size and placed it down right next to her. Have a seat. Now, what exactly are you doing here? Ruby took a seat. She was still shaking up about what happened last night. I was just, minding my own business. I'm not looking for any trouble. I swear I'm not looking for any trouble. Now, was that you who made that roar the other day? Yeah, that was me. You kind of woke me up from my slumber. I was taking a beautiful nap until you woke me up. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, and, I think you might want this. Superfinals handed Ruby her weapon. Thanks. So you're not gonna try to fight me or anything? No, I'm just so confused what's going on. Oh, well, you're on, hang on. Gainer Top 3. What was this island called again? I forgot about the name. Oh, because we got drunk off soda last night, you idiot. Oh, okay. Thank you. It's called Godzilla Island. Ruby froze instantly. Godzilla Island? Relax. Surprisingly, this island doesn't have any Godzillas. They said this used to be an old Godzilla Island, and now it's my island now. So, there are no Godzillas, and you're technically the only one here. Well, not technically. I have 2 friends who are also Godzillas. And one of them is a cousin of the Godzilla species, of the main Godzilla species. So I guess this is your first time encountering a main kaiju, huh? Ruby shook her head up and down, giving Superfinals his answer. Well, you owe me now, lady, because I saved you from that village. If I didn't show up in time, they would have possibly eaten you themselves. Ruby froze instantly. They would have eaten me? What the heck is wrong with that village? Well, how would you react if I told you that they're the same people from Skull Island? You know, the Peter Jackson Skull Island? Oh, how are they still alive? Apparently they were smart enough to build boats and managed to escape the island before it sunk to the ocean after Kong's death. And then appear and, well, I saved them from a massive giant snake, and now they worship me and my friends as their gods. Here, you must be thirsty. I'll go use something to drink. When Superfinals came back, he came back with some orange juice. Don't worry, it's fresh. Straight from the refrigerator itself. Wait, you got technology here? Yes, but unfortunately we don't have enough to basically call your friends or family. Will I send a text? Ruby, calm down. I'm not gonna eat you. Remember, I took one of the villagers from last night. So you could say that that villager was a person who basically took your place to be my next sacrifice. Then, why did you bring me here? Well, I figured a pretty girl like you might need a safe place to call home, so I decided to bring you here. And that was quite weird of me because I'm usually highly aggressive and violent and extremely territorial over my land. But I guess you could say that you got lucky, and you might have gotten on my good side last night. Even though you were screaming like crazy and was obviously hurting my ears. Ruby noticed that there was a bandage over her head. Oh yeah, you hit your head on a rock and it was causing you to bleed, so yeah, you owe me. Okay. Do I have to do anything for you? Nah. You could just think of what you need to do for me and I'll give you a correct answer if that's the thing that you need to do for me or not. So, is there any rules that I need to know in the meantime? Well, for starters, don't make me angry, because you will not like me when I'm angry. Here. Ruby's eyes went wide and the hair at the back of her neck stood up. When she saw a picture when Super Final was previously angry. Oh my god! You look like a monster! Super Final was surprised. She wasn't even that scared. Wait, you're not scared of that picture? So even if I get angry in real life, you will not be scared? No, this is freaking awesome! You look like a freaking devil, or like a demon or something. Just, my god, you look like a nightmare. Well, I'm glad that you at least kinda like it. Because the last girl I met, or showed her when I was last angry, she did not like it at all. And that kinda made me a little angry. I also go by the nickname of the God of Anger. My strength increased due to my anger and rage. Okay, yeah, you are 100% worse than my sister. Well, the second thing is, don't touch my Mountain Dew. Besides, Super Mario eyes went wide. Oh crap. Super Mario got onto the refrigerator with Ruby following right behind him, and saw that his friends were stealing some of the soda with Super Burning Gods and was just watching. The culprits were Dark Dragon, King Rata 3, Zillatozen, Mecha Super Godzilla Earth, and finally Super Godzilla Earth. Right, you little... Super Final was beating them up like crazy, swinging them all around like a rag doll while Super Burning Gods was watching. Yep, that's our friend for you. Oh, my name is Super Burning Godzilla. Pleased to meet you. Ruby shook her hand. Shook Super Burning Godzilla's hand. Nice to meet you too. My name's Ruby Rose. Is he always like this? Nah, only when they are stealing his soda. Ah. He used to send his friends out running. Next time, buy your own soda. And next time, make sure I don't shove a tree down your throat like what King Kong did in Godzilla 1962. God, I'm surrounded with idiots.